Hey everyone, welcome to daily update number 7 from Swift Intents. I'm Connor, and in this video series, we walk you through building a $1 million a year business in public day by day, sharing everything we learn as we go. In today's update, I wanted to cover a bunch of new things coming to our community and everything you can be expecting from us over the next week or two related to content and where our focus is going to be at. So let's get into just the plan for the week a little bit. I've been working all weekend to kind of formulate where we want to be going with our content and what value we can be providing to the community of iOS developers and just app developers in general as we move forward and work on establishing our brand and just establishing our content and cadence and things like that. So we are going to be primarily focusing on the foundation models over the next week or two. We're very excited about this. Foundation Models framework, it's a new framework Apple announced at WWDC this summer, and it essentially enables you to use their AI models on device, so they're local, private, offline, inside your apps. And they really unlock a lot of really great things for your applications. While they're not as powerful as large language models, there's still a lot of really good use cases and ways to apply these in your iOS app. So I'm going to be doing a deep dive on the foundation models this week. We're going to be recording a video as an intro to that framework and how you can get started with that and explore ways of adding foundation models into your app. As a little sneak peek of what that's going to kind of look like, I wanted to reference a tweet put out by Devin. He works on the Crouton Recipes app. It's a really great app. You should go check that out. But he tweeted the other day about using foundation models in his app, and I thought his examples he used were particularly great. So he uses them for recipe breakdowns, kind of separating his recipes into a step-by-step, easy way to follow. Tag suggestions is one of my favorite ones and I'll get into that in a little bit, but I think these tag suggestions are really cool. And then timer names, these are all features powered by the foundation models. What I particularly think these foundation models are great for is adding this extra layer of polish into your apps, just providing little moments to your users where they're like, just have that like, oh, that's really cool, or oh, that's really nice moment where the app just kind of does stuff for you, but not like critical things, not jarring things, but just little polish things like naming your timers automatically or suggesting tags so you can help you organize your notes or your recipes or your prompts or something like that. So I'll be diving into that more later this week, but it's something I'm very excited about. And I think a lot of other developers are very curious about this framework, just kind of wrapping their head around it and how to get their hands dirty and where it fits inside of their apps. Moving on to our community, this is something I'm particularly excited about. So in the past couple of videos, I've been talking a lot about kind of reframing the community, rebranding it a little bit, and the direction of that. I spent a lot of today focusing in more on that. Steve and I have been talking about kind of mapping this out better and how to make the community better. Since we are now App Launch Club, we're going to be helping anyone that wants to make an app kind of vibe code an app and build an app and learn the AI workflows and how to build a native iOS app with AI and get it shipped. I want to give you a little bit of a sneak peek into what the classroom is going to look like from here on out, and we're going to be building out the resource libraries and content so you can come into our community and get shipping your app right away at any stage of shipping, whether you're completely new or you're halfway through and trying to get it across the finish line. Our community is going to be the best resource to do that, and then Steve and I are also going to be in there daily helping you do that so you can kind of get through the hard parts of vibe coding, the hard parts of shipping an app. If you get stuck, you have us and a community of builders to fall back on so that you can kind of stay in your flow and get your app shipped and then start making money with it. So this is what I'm very excited about. There are all of these different new modules. So we're kind of taking our 14-day roadmap and building on top of it and kind of refining the way it's structured a little bit. So you'll kind of be able to come into the classroom, go to these daily steps and challenges, and work through the 14-day roadmap. And then we're going to have our app launch roadmap, which is going to be a kind of bigger picture of that. All the steps that are part of the app launching process to kind of help you think through and help you know what's next. We're going to have modules and content on AI tool setup and workflows. So if you're new to vibe coding, if you're new to AI assisted programming in general, this is going to be the place to be to learn about Codex and Claude Code and Cursor, whatever you're interested, whatever we think the best tools are at the time, help you get set up and going there and knowing where to use AI in your development workflow. We're going to be building resources for debugging to help you fix, these vibe coded apps, and to help you, kind of troubleshoot adding AI into your app and all these things that are newer. Steve and I are going to be there to help you out with that. We're going to be preparing an App Store Success Kit, walking you through all the things that you should be doing to have a successful launch in the App Store, and help eventually with App Store optimization and screenshot optimization and those sorts of things will be in this App Success Kit. Eventually we'll have a community and wins channel. So we'll be sharing all the apps that are launched from members of our community, wins, so apps that are doing well revenue wise. So if you're new, you'll be able to check this out eventually and get inspiration and see what others have done. We'll also be building out a tools and templates module. So this will look like source code and placeholder templates and prompts and all of the resources that we feel are really helpful to help you ship your app faster and improve the quality of your vibe coded apps. So we're very excited about this. I'm very excited about the direction that this is going, the way it's looking. These are going to be focused on topics that Stephen and I are very interested in and passionate about, pouring our combined 15 years of iOS developer knowledge into this course, or into these resources in this community, so that we can have a really strong community of developers. One last kind of bonus thing that we're adding in that I'm excited about is going to be weekly co-working sessions. And so Steve and I will be on there. It'll be one of us for sure. We splitting that work because life is just busy, but I'll be co-working. So if you're in our community, you can join, just kind of co-work with us, and then we'll also be there to answer any questions and stuff you have. If you need help as you're working on your app, that would be the place to come with your questions. So those are the changes coming to our community. We're going to be working really hard over the coming weeks to build out these resources and refine our content, and just kind of spread the word about this community so that we can have a thriving community of developers. Now, let's get into our brand stats. So let's see. I filmed yesterday the video, but I was super busy, so I didn't get the numbers in for yesterday. But I'm going to go ahead and fill them in for today. So follower count is 851 for me. So that is up a couple. And then Steven, where is he at? 786. Nice and consistent. And then our YouTube subs are 4 as well, but we're at 9 videos now. I haven't checked out our latest video on using the icon composer. Steven's in there walking you through kind of the tips and tricks of recreating your app's icon in iComposer. It's really, really solid. And then we'll have a video on foundation models coming out later this week. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one.